Hello everyone, and welcome to my first video and hopefully what should be a long series of Train Sim World route suggestions. The first route I'm suggesting today is the Chiltern Main Line, London Marylebone to Banbury, Oxford and Aylesbury. So the route coverage would cover the track from London Marylebone to Banbury with branches from Bicester North to Oxford and from Princes Risborough to Aylesbury. Route coverage would be approximately 80 miles. The time period would be set post or around 2025. Operator would be Chiltern Railways, of course. So here are the stations for the main section of the line. Starting off at London Marylebone, which would feature route hopping to the Bakerloo line, since we do have Marylebone already, but the underground platform version on the comparatively ancient Bakerloo line route. Then Wembley Stadium, which would also have route hopping to Bakerloo, since it's a pretty close walk in real life and you might as well have a route hop that marker there. Sudbury and Harrow Road, which is one of the least used stations in the entirety of the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Sudbury Hill Harrow, North Holt Park, South Ruislip, I think that's how you pronounce that, West Ruislip, Denham Golf Club. A lot of these images I found were quite old, so station configuration has probably changed since then, but it's the best I could do. Gerrard's Cross, Sear Green and Jordan's, which is a very weird station name, I gotta say. Beaconsfield, High Wycombe, Saunderton, Princes Risborough with the branch off line to the Chinner and Princes Risborough Railway, which I wouldn't expect to be included with the route, but you'd have to have AI heritage stock, like a bit like was done for the South Devon Railway on the Riviera Line route at Totnes, I think. Anyway, Haddenham and Thames Parkway, Bicester North, which is where the branch to Oxford, well, just before this, the branch to Oxford goes off. King Sutton, which is a station that's also shared with GWR. And Banbury, which is also shared with GWR. Oxford branch station, so it's just before Bicester North to Oxford. You get Bicester Village, Islip, Oxford Parkway, and Oxford. And then for Aylesbury, you get Monk's Risborough, which is a very odd name indeed, Little Kimble, and Aylesbury. So that's the route in terms of coverage. Let's go on to the rolling stock that we would get with the line. First up would be the Class 165/0 Networker Turbo, which would be taken off of the Great Western Express remastered route and given a bit of a given a Chiltern livery and a different interior. But yeah, the basic model is already in the game. Then it's the Class 168, which is a bit of a weird one. The Stroke Zero, the one on the left, looks a bit like a Networker Turbo, but then the other three subclasses, the 1, 2, and 3 versions, look like Turbo Stars, and yet it's the Turbo Star family. It's weird. This would be based on the Turbostar model that we already have in the game, thanks to Rivet Games. So they would have to be collaborators on this route, of course. The Class 68, which would be brand new to the game, and I must say, that is a beauty in that Chiltern Railways grey. Then, if we wanted to do the route a bit older, Mark III coaches and Mark III DVT. The coaches, since they're buffered, would be adapted from the Preston Carlisle version, complete with sliding doors, while the DVT would be a brand new addition to the game. If we wanted to go more modern, the Mark 5A coaches and Mark 5A driving trailer, not driving van trailer. I was unable to source images of these in Chiltern liveries, so these Trans-Pennine Express images will have to do. Yeah, very newly introduced on the Chiltern Main Line in real life. I believe it was just a few months ago. Both of them would be new to the game, of course. The Mark 5A driving trailer looks a bit like a Class 397 Civity unit, if you know what those look like. Rolling stock layers would comprise the Class 165/1 from Great Western Express Remaster. I know this is a bit of a poor quality image, but it's the best I could do since we don't have too many images of the Great Western Express Remaster yet. It would be in GWR green livery, it would act as AI at Oxford, and would be playable for the short distance between Banbury and King's Sutton. Next, then the Class 802 from the Riviera Line add-on, the Stroke 0 and the Stroke 1, would act as AI at Oxford, because, yeah, if this would be set post-2025, no HSTs, not even castle sets, would have been at Oxford. We might have 150s. I don't know if they go there in real life. Please let me know in the comments. Then the cross-country Class 220 Voyager, also from the Riviera Line. It would act as AI at Banbury and would also form a decent stand-in for the cross-country Class 221 Super Voyager if we never got that in the game. Then we also have the entire roster of stock from West Coast Main Line South. These would be used as AI where the West Coast Main Line and Watford DC line cross the Chiltern Main Line near Marylebone and near Wembley Stadium. And then the 1972 stock will also be used for where the Metropolitan and Piccadilly lines cross over and at Aylesbury. I know the 1972 stock isn't it is most certainly not a Underground S stock, but we don't have that in the game. And I don't think we'll probably ever get it in the game, so it would be the Great Western Express Remaster is using the 72 stock as a stand-in for the S stock, so yeah, I'm making do with what the game has here, alright? Then, some kind of heritage stock for use as AI at Princess Risborough, where the Chinner and Princess Risborough Railway joins onto the Chiltern Main Line. I'm not sure what appropriate layers would be, by the way, so please let me know in the comment section. Then, yeah, I was unable to find any images of recent freight services on the Chiltern Main Line, so if you know if Chiltern Main Line services are still running freight, please do let me know, because I have no idea. So yeah, I know a bit of a shorter video, but thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.